a little slow. Should be live now. Hmm.
Mm. I know there's like a delay with these things, but
Yeah.
I'm just still waiting for it to come on.
I know. I know. I know. Me too. Let's see here. If anything, I'll just have to restart it. It's not a big deal.
Alright.
Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We're live. I'm
All
just
right.
still waiting to come on. I just need to silence this quick.
Yes,
There we go.
please
It's
do,
better.
please do. So let me just introduce you and me and whatever. Well, everybody obviously they know who I am already. But tonight I am joined by I think Yura. That's his channel, but he goes by the name of Angry Alex. See, this dude's really angry. I don't know what he's angry about all the time, but he's he's definitely one angry
I'm not that
fella.
angry.
And we're gonna have a bit of fun here. Oh, yeah, I gotta silence this. So we're gonna have a bit of fun here tonight, guys, too. Ooh, we got first, second, third, fourth. Wow. So, okay, so yeah, there's a bunch of people watching us. So, um, what's up, bro?
Not a lot, mate. I've just begun sort of creating my own like topical news live stream, if you get me. And I'm just thinking about just how to structure it at the minute and how to sort of make it funny. Um, yeah, and how often I should do it as well, because scheduling is key.
Yeah, yeah. Like as you can see, like around this time is perfect time for us in the United States because like right now for me it's about 8 o'clock, right? And then now for
Mm,
everybody from the East Coast to the West Coast is 4 hours difference. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 4 o'clock there and then 8 o'clock here or whatever. So everybody's between 4 and 8 o'clock p.m. So you definitely want to do it at
yeah,
a good
yeah.
time. You don't want to hit anybody up early in the morning. Um, and we're getting a couple of questions. I'm gonna let the questions build up a little bit in the chat before I start answering all the questions. So we do have a few already. So in
Okay.
your experience, have you had an LG phone before?
I haven't, no. The only phones I've had are like the old school Sony Ericsson phones, and I've pretty much been having iPhones since what, iPhone 4, I think.
Ah, okay.
I'm just used to the software. I know each iPhone that comes out is pretty much the same, with a better processor in them. But I'm just used to the software. I think it's just to do with not wanting to sort of branch out onto anything else.
You don't want to spread your wings, bro. You don't want to spread your wings, huh?
Well, we are creatures of chat.
Okay, so everybody in the chat and that's joining us right now, this is Angry Alex. We're gonna be live streaming with him tonight. He's joining us from Great Britain. My God, you know what I'm saying? They're halfway across the world. It's so cool and that we live in an age and technology that we can just have a chat like this and have live stream going everywhere. I think it's just freaking amazing. And
Mm.
his voice is just uh I guess
Sexy.
I, this is the sexiest voice on YouTube right here, guys. So I really want to promote him tonight. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're gonna talk about tech and bullshit and whatnot, but I really do want to promote him. He's a really good YouTuber. He does a lot of funny stuff. He gets pretty wild in his videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm very mild tempered and always he hates a lot of things. He's angry Alex. So yeah, but let's go ahead and see. Are you related to him? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead from the first comments because I like to let everybody know. Nicholas Hansen first. Losif Calderas second. Fabian Chavez third. Jesus fourth. Uh, Dizzer. When will Cricket offer Wi-Fi calling? Potato, the channel Potato says, "Sup, dude." Pine Hill is asking, when will you have payment plans again? And then Tony B just checking in to say hi. Got to drive. I think it goes to Z Max 2 and then Stylo 2, but I've yet to see the Max 2. Adrian Lockwood is asking me who I'm talking to, which is I think Yura, which you should definitely subscribe to him tonight. And then either of these phones, two phones, will begin updates. And then, are you related to him? So let's go ahead and take some questions, man. Angry Alex.
Yes.
So are we related?
We are not related, even though we do kind of look alike. We both have bent noses, even though mine is broken in two different places.
Shh, shh, don't say.
And you have far superior hair and facial hair to me, so
I guess. But yeah.
yeah.
So we are actually related. We were brothers in arms through the military. So we both
Wow.
served. We both served in the Navy. So
Yeah, I served in the Royal Navy between 2006 and 2011, and I had the pleasure of working with the US Navy on multiple different NATO exercises across the world as well.
oh, what ships?
Oh, USS Ticonderoga.
Uh huh.
Um, there were quite a few of them, but I can't remember all their names
Any
because your
aircraft
Navy's
carriers?
huge. No aircraft carriers. Although there was one in Portsmouth when I was in Portsmouth at the time, but it was too big to get into dock. It was one of the Reagan class carriers, I think.
Okay. Was it the Truman, the Roosevelt, or the Eisenhower?
Or I honestly don't know. But your guys were out in force that night, out having a few drinks, and there were loads of them.
Huh.
I've
You
never
know
seen some
what?
Americans in one place other than America itself.
You know what? We might have crossed paths there, buddy, because that when I left in about 2005 and six or whatever, I was in Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, so we might have actually crossed paths. I know exactly what
Oh,
you're
so you've
talking
been to
about.
Portsmouth as well.
Yep, Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. I remember. It was a
Oh,
pain in.
cool. It's quite possible that we cross paths.
I'm literally like I'm in the next city over, so like literally like where I'm at. That's pretty cool, dude.
Hmm, that is cool. Yeah, I worked with your Navy an exercise called what we call in our Navy as JME. I can't remember what it stands for now, but it's a massive exercise we do off the top of Scotland in the North Sea. It's just war exercises and whatnot. And there was a time we were in Zeebrugge, Belgium, and we had International Navy Days. So basically, people from all over the world would be coming to Belgium and they would come check out all the different ships. And one of your, I forget what they're called, Arleigh Burke classes was alongside in Belgium next to us at the time.
Hmm.
So we got to work together there as well.
Did you ever get to see a replenishment underway?
Well, you mean a RAS?
Yes.
I never saw an American one, but I used to be involved in our ones all the time. I was swimmer of the watch.
Oh, damn. Two ships can just kind of just like.
Yeah, I always found them pretty amazing. Because as swimmer of the watch, I'd sit in a big orange suit with my flippers on, and sort of watch the whole thing go down from the flight deck.
Wow, dude. Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. And the
I do have some
refueling,
pictures.
the
I'll have to
refueling at
I'll have to show
sea.
you sometime.
The refueling at sea,
Sorry.
dude. That's kind of creepy, man. With all that fuel going across those tubes to either ship.
Yeah, yeah, and both ships are doing about 18, 20 knots at the time as well.
Yeah, and there's thousands of JP5 like flowing between both.
Hmm.
Yeah. So.
You know, speaking of that, there was we had a massive accident in Chile the first time we went in 2009, I think it was. We were alongside it in Chile. Actually, we were tied up to one of their ships, and one of the mechanical engineers accidentally opened the fuel port, for the ras point, and it just started pissing fuel everywhere. And I was arm centric at the time, and it just was coming from everywhere. And we ended up losing about half of our fuel in the actual ocean itself, and it was a massive mess. I think it was half a million, half a well, no, $500,000 worth of damage.
Wow, dude. So let
Yeah,
me
it's pretty bad.
let me see. Let me see here. Okay, so let me take some questions here real quick. Um, so what's up from Ellen Gomez? Haha. And let's see who else is from Ireland. Joseph Calder here. And then Pine Hill Disser. Why does Cricket got beef with Metro PCS? Um, well, we all kind of have beef with each other. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got Cricket. I'm Cricket. There's Metro PCS. There's those are the big prepaid carriers over here. I'm sure you guys have the same situation over there in England, yes? Where
Yeah, yeah, like EE, O2, Orange, Vodafone.
yeah, and they all have beef with each other. Obviously they're basically
Yeah, yeah.
they're trying to grab subscribers because they're prepaid, so they have to get more subscribers. Like as people drop off, they have to keep getting more subscribers, or else eventually it'll just dry up.
They're cutting each other at every opportunity, really.
I know, man. It's like port over here, port in credit there. If you switch your number, you get this. If you switch your number, you get that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of competition. AT&T says, or Verizon will say they have the biggest network. AT&T will say they have the fastest network. Then another company will say they have the most reliable network. So there's a lot of
It's
different.
just capitalism.
Yeah, it's capitalism. You know what I'm saying? But it's
It's
good.
how I think it's healthy.
I mean, it's good for the consumer. It's good for the consumer because they definitely have more choices. Because just imagine if everybody was under one cell phone company, you know what I'm saying, and they can charge whatever the hell they want to charge and do whatever the hell they want to do. Um,
Mm,
that wouldn't be good.
exactly. They could rip off everyone then
Yeah,
if there was no competition. Same with supermarkets, isn't it? So
right, right. And I don't. Do you have Walmart by you, man? By chance?
we don't have Walmart. We have a company that's owned by Walmart here, and that is Asda's, I think, or it's Tesco. I can't remember which one it is. It might be Asda's actually, because they tried to undercut everyone.
I know, man. It's terrible. Like I'm not a big supporter of Walmart at all, guys, because of the fact that like these small businesses are getting killed. Mom and pop shops, you know what I'm saying? People that used to own these little stores, and they used to make a living off of that, and maybe even make a little bit more than a living, and have their own business. Now are getting shut down left and right because of this Walmart stuff. So I'm not a big
Well,
supporter.
I think the internet age as well has decimated small businesses as well, not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Walmart, if you get me, just being able to go online and buy everything, and the death of the high street pretty much caused by the internet.
Yeah, you're right. Like a good example would be like phone cases. Like a phone case, might cost 7, 8, or 10 bucks at a store. You know what I'm saying? But then you go online on eBay and it's like 5 or 4 or 5 bucks. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think of all those
Mm,
people that are not making any money now because of the purchase online. So you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, a couple extra bucks um, is actually worth it to have the convenience of actually having businesses close by you. You know what I'm saying? Now it sucks because, you know, you, you always got to go online now, you know?
yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that.
I'm not really a big online shopper either, per se. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it if I have to or when I have to, but as far as like local business, I love my local businesses and I always try to support them. Like cricket, you know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like cricket, we are a local business. We're in danger too. I mean, if everybody just goes online and buys their phone, I mean, what the hell are we here for? You know what I'm saying? We're not even necessary. So,
yeah, especially the network providers because they sell all the phones online, don't they?
yeah, I mean, so, you know, you come in and you get personalized service. Somebody like me, John, helps you out. How can I help you? Let me fix your phone for you. Let me, do this and that, and you can ask us questions. With the online thing, you just buy your phone, buy your plan, put your SIM card in, and you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You know?
Yeah, I personally like a good mix. I like to go up to the local high street and have a proper look around for things. You know what I mean? Because I think that there's a lot of stuff that you'll find in your local store that you won't find online, or you would have never thought to get.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Or I like to go online to look at things first and then buy them in the shop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like kind of like what people do with me. They check my channel out to see what phone they might like, and then they probably go into a Cricket store and purchase the phone, which is totally cool too. You know.
Yeah.
So I just see my job can be in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think it's gonna get to a point where they're just gonna have vending machines and they're just gonna have phones there. You know what I'm saying? So basically you just pick your phone, boop, press A, pick your plan, press two. You know what I'm saying? The phone drops out with the plan and the SIM card already inserted. All you gotta do is turn it on. Boom, you're good to go. I would see that
Well,
happen.
I'm not sure it would get that bad because people are going to need to go on credit. You know what I mean?
No, because not over here. I mean, this is prepaid. Like the phones are like some phones are only $10, $20, $30. You know what I'm saying? You pick your plan for $40. That's $70. So you know what I'm saying? You just swipe your card into the vending machine and you're good to go.
Well, what about credit checks for contracts and stuff?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have that. I'm talking about prepaid things.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think it's gonna get to a point, one of these, like somebody's just gonna be like, why do we need all these reps in these stores? You know what I'm saying? Let's just put a damn vending machine out there with the phones and the plans, and boom, you know what I'm saying? Good to go. So
Hmm. You've got a question there from Fabian Chavez. What is your primary phone that you use?
uh, he's asking to me, Fabian Chavez. I actually use the ZTE Z Max from Metro PCS, and I have a Cricket SIM card in it. It's an unlocked phone, and that allows me to do more things than I can do with an actual Cricket phone. Um, but I do have three phones actually. So I'm using the Alcatel Idol 3 to actually stream this right now, and then um, I'm also using the X Max Plus to view your guys' comments. So I actually use three phones. Yeah, I know it's silly.
Use three.
Yeah, I use three. One to get the hotspot for it, you know what I'm saying, or to take calls, and then the other two to kind of do things with them while the other one's charging. It's basically so I have phones all the time. So if one of them dies, I can go and whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I use three phones.
Fair enough. I could do with that, to be honest. My phone's always on charge, so it's basically a landline for me.
Exactly. So see, like you're on the phone right here. Um, so you're on the phone right here, and then I'm using this one to actually do the live comments, and then I am actually using the one you see in the reflection there to actually live stream with. So three phones.
Hmm.
Hey, why the heck not?
Why not? I suppose it's worth mentioning to the viewers right now that if they have any questions, they should ask them.
Yes, absolutely. Please, I do have a lot of viewers that just view, that just watch as well. They don't
Yeah,
like to. They actually tell me that they don't like to live chat. They just like to watch the show per se, or they don't want to seem like they're spamming or fan.
videos anyway.
Oh yeah, I hope that my fan base never gets that bad. There's a lot of YouTubers that I love their content, but their fan base is so toxic, man. Ugh.
Oh, I know, I know. People like Leafy especially. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And he even tells these people like, please don't do this stuff. Like there was a guy that he was like cutting the word leafy in his wrist or in his arm. You know what I'm saying? And Leafy's like, guys, please don't do
Yeah,
this. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
kind of
And what is it? Circle jerking and raiding other people's channels and stuff, and leaving lots of hate comments.
I'm not gonna say that I feel horrible for Leafy because he does deserve some of it. But what I'm saying, I know that he doesn't want anybody to really be harmed. You know what I'm saying? He's just being a funny guy,
Yeah,
and that's just kind of what he's doing right now at the moment. But I know I pretty much know that he doesn't want anybody to do anything stupid on his account. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to go to sleep at night and somebody fucking hang themselves or do some crazy shit over my over something I said. You know, but.
yeah. You have a question from Pine Hill Disser. Who was the rudest customer you had?
Well, I've worked at Boost Mobile, Metro PCS, and Cricket Wireless and Radio Shack. So I've had a lot of different experiences. Actually, one time at Metro PCS, a lady came in and she had her phone, and let's see here. Oh, she had her phone, and we had a return policy for a week, and it
Mm,
was outside the return policy. It was like, I don't know, whatever, it was 8 or 9 days, and it's just nothing you can really do. Like, it's printed on the receipt. I'm saying? The bosses, they don't want to hear you. Like, the bosses of the companies, they don't want to hear you return. And they're like, okay, is it 7 days? No, it's not seven. Well, don't return it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing. So unfortunately, this lady was just kind of wants to hear about that year manufacturer warranty and have to send their phone. So basically, she had a phone that was had service, but she couldn't use the service. So it was just a really bad situation. I couldn't really help. I couldn't really do anything. What I'm saying? We didn't have any loaner phones, and it was just a bad situation. So she just got irate, and just like started, all the demo. You know how you have the demo display phones and stuff. She just started like smacking them all off the
yeah.
walls. We had like these bags on display. She was like, "Fuck you, asshole!" And she just like started, everything that can get knocked over, she knocked over. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. Like, the store was like a wreck before she left. You know what I'm saying? Standing back there, and I was in a bad neighborhood because a lot of Metro PCS stores, they end up being in these bad neighborhoods, like low income neighborhoods. So
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's just like, man, you're just like, oh shit, man, just go ahead and what I'm saying. I just let her do her thing, and then she just left, and I just picked everything up. She was like, "You pick all this shit up, asshole." I was like, "All right," and that's it. So she switched her company, obviously, or whatever she did, and it sucks because, like, the people on the high corporate end, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't really truly care what happens. And what I'm saying? Your phone might be defective, right? But what I'm saying? It doesn't show the symptoms until 8 or 9 days, not exactly 7. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it all around sucks, honestly, when you have to. And I'm the front person. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only contact. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
I would love to return every phone. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to refund every freaking thing that goes wrong, but I can't. I have to, go within the policy. And if I take it back, then it comes out of my pocket. So I have a family that was definitely the worst.
Let you know with your audio, mate, you are coming through slightly.
Uh-oh.
But
That
you are readable, but you are slightly garbled, so it's just worth keeping an eye on that, mate.
Roger over.
Yeah, roger that.
Okay.
There for a question from Nicholas Hansen. Okay, so what is it like over there? And I'm assume that he's talking to me.
Yes.
What's it like over here in the UK? Um, I suppose I can answer that question. I originally was born in West Hammersmith, West London, and I grew up in West Greater London. And when I was growing up, it was quite a nice area actually. It was more like the countryside, like on the outskirts of the city, um, rather than that rough city life. The area I grew up in was a place called Northolt, and it wasn't a bad area at all when I was growing up. It was just like every other sort of low income, never got robbed, I never got beaten up. Um, when I was a teenager, some people tried to rob me once or twice. They never managed it because I always managed to get away. But no, it wasn't bad. It was more like the countryside when I was growing up, lots of greenery. But when I left Northolt to go join the Royal Navy and can't get it words out, subsequently moved to Cheshire. Um, the area began changing and lots of new housing was being built, and basically all those green areas that the kids once had were no longer a concrete jungle with a lot more people. As for the area that I live in now, I live in Cheshire area now, but it's not too bad around here. There's still lots of greenery. There's still lots of it's like lots of farmland where I live, if you get me.
Okay. So we have a question here. Did you call the cops? No, I did not call the cops. She didn't really damage anything. It was just like dummy phones that weren't connected or anything like that. They were just, had metal. They had just have like little metal bars in there, so to make it like feel heavier. So no, I did not call the cops, and I didn't really want to make a scene. I just kind of wanted to just be all over with. And I just called. I called the boss and told him what happened. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he actually asked me if I was okay, so that was pretty cool of him. I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually they wouldn't even say that. But yeah. And then in here, if you can make any type of phone, what would you make? Like he's asking basically, you can take any type of phone and make it into any or whatever. What would you make? That
For me to answer because I'm not that phone.
let's see, dimple thing on the back. The fact that all their phones come with nano coating, but if
You're
you do,
coming through garbled, mate. Just to
uh,
that's all right, mate.
yeah, I'll try. I will take the nano coating part, activate it from anywhere. I will take that, and then I would probably take the let me see. I would take a screen off of the LG phone because I love the LG screens. They're really super
Yeah.
bright usually. And then let me see. I
Are
would
they
take
really responsive as well?
what's that?
The LG screen, like, do they have like amazing responsiveness?
Yeah, and iPhones, LG is the company that usually makes their screen for them. So it's funny.
Mm.
Uh, and then like I would take a Sony probably camera sensor because Sony, they're the shit when it comes to cameras, definitely. Sony's not that big in the United States, matter of fact. Now that I think about it,
Is it not?
none of the Xperias or any of that stuff over here,
They're still quite big over here.
phone stuff. But yeah, basically I would just take I love Motorola. I would have like a Motorola, LG, and I don't really like Samsung to be honest, man. Um, so it had to be somewhere between a Motorola, LG, and an HTC kind of mix there. So
I have a question for you. Phone, would you say, has the best battery power life?
well, right now, the ZTE thing that I'm using right now, it has
Yeah.
like it's 3,400 milliamp battery. That's huge battery. The problem is that the bigger battery is the bigger battery life. So, um, honestly, so I like Samsungs. They tend to have small iPhones. They tend to have quite small batteries as well. To make them thinner, you know what I'm saying? I don't.
That's going to last a bit longer.
Yeah, I don't know why they're trying to make these phones so dainty and you know what I'm saying, so like thin this and that, you know what I'm saying? I want something that's actually bigger. And the new ZTE 2, the one that I actually have in the title, that's one thing I love about that phone. And the new it's called a USB Type C charger. Instead of being the micro USB that we usually have, now it's a reversible one just like the iPhone. And it actually takes it from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes.
That's good. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. You know what I found with iPhones and their sizes is that when they first started coming out, they were quite big and quite bulky, and then they started getting thinner, and then started getting really long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think the iPhone 6 Plus is like really like it's dead thin. I don't have this 6 Plus, but I just have an iPhone 6. But they're all getting quite long now, aren't they?
Yeah, man. It's kind of. I mean, well, iPhone really because they have like I mean, they only have one or two models per year, so they have all these people working on this one phone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the iPhones are usually a really good phone because, I mean, there's only two models,
Massive feats.
but
Yeah.
but the problem is as well is if there's a problem with that one design, everybody has that one phone. You know what I'm saying? So again,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's kind of like nature's selection. You know what I'm saying? If there's only one design, like that's why it's great to have a mix of people, different races, different colors, creeds, nationalities, and everything. Because so with anything, diversity is the best thing to have.
Yeah. I agree. There's a question here from Joseph Calder. Why the hell would someone dislike? And I would imagine it's something to do with me.
There's always gonna be one. There's always gonna be one. So what? It's all good. Hmm. Send my tweets and my whatever.
Yeah.
Gentleman and a scholar.
I am a gentleman and a scholar. Sexiest voice on YouTube as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
baby.
yeah, but that
I know it's terrible, isn't it? It looks like I've been hit.
that's crazy, man. But yeah, that's those or whatever. And I actually like I'm usually like, what I'm saying, I'll usually be like this or like that, twisted a little bit, because of it. So it's weird. Like nobody's ever noticed it in my video, and I'm crazy. But
Yeah, that's because it's broken in two different places, mate.
yeah, like a little close to the camera. And that's why I never really get up close to the camera. And as you can see, like if I'm looking straight onto the camera, it's like bent over to the left. Funny story, actually, if you want to hear it. The story of why it's bent. Um,
Yes, boy.
oh, damn. Oh, just a cutty. Just a cutty. Cool, man, bro, as well. So that's cool. Um,
Welcome.
yes. So yeah. So basically, or I'm sorry, my ex-wife. She had an abscess in her breast. She had just given, birth and all that, kids and all that. She was breastfeeding for a little bit and then
Yeah,
she
yeah.
stopped. But the milk sometimes I don't know, I guess it coagulates the wrong way or whatever. So I end up getting into an abscess in there. Crazy,
Mm,
crazy. So she had to get it she basically had to get it cut and then she had to get it packed. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big incision. You know what I'm saying? About the size of my
yeah.
thumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big incision. It's like 2 inches there. And she had to get gauzing packed in there and everything like that. So we were goofing around and I ended up on top of her, like I was wrestling her or whatever. She felt better. I think the baby was like a month or two old or 3 months or whatever. And so I had her over her like that, you know what I'm saying? So she was like on the floor like that. And
Yeah.
her boobs were exposed or whatever. So I gave her a titty twister, a nipple twister on the breast that had the operation.
Oh,
So
mate.
yeah, exactly. So just imagine excruciating pain. Like she has a incision in there with gauze packing and everything. So like it hurt so bad that or whatever, and we were messing around, and it just like it shocked her so much that she kind of just came forehead literally hit my nose literally.
Ow.
Yeah, I've been fixed, but it didn't break. It just bent. So.
I was quite lucky when I broke my nose. I was actually headbutting someone at the time, and I was really really drunk.
Ah.
And that plus adrenaline, I didn't even feel it. So
Oh
I
no.
was quite lucky in that regard.
No, I felt this one. This shit felt, oh my God. It felt like it went through my whole, like she had butted me and it bent. So like it went through my whole skull, man. I was just like, holy crap. I thought it was broken. And then I had to go to Iraq 3 weeks later. So I couldn't get it fixed. They were gonna actually break it for me and reset it or whatever. But
Yeah,
then, I had to go to Iraq and then I went to Iraq and then, I've been to the doctor since or whatever. And, the military, anything that's cosmetic, they're not going to do. So they don't care.
yeah.
So, But yeah, so that's the story of that. That's the story of why Magic has a slightly bent nose. But yeah, I've seen some really bad ones, so mine's is okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm still all right.
It's not as bad as mine.
No,
So,
no.
so you have a question here from Glenn McWilliams. What's the PPI?
Oh, the pixels per inch. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's about 332. A lot of these news websites, and they actually have like all, what is it called? All the specs of the phone. So
Yeah.
it's the phone. After I released the video, I think I actually, because like everybody started releasing, um, but I released it like, yeah, yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but oh well, it happened. Whatever, right?
Never mind.
Yep. What? I mean, what are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, can't really do much. Once it's up there, it's up there. So,
Yeah, that's it, innit?
yep. It's
So
not like,
what's been going on with you, dude? What you been up to? Like, I know you've been having mad growth.
yeah, man. Dude. It's like it's scary, man. It's really scary sometimes to think of how many subscribers I'm getting every day. Holy crap! Like, let me look at my live counts right now. Actually,
We're
um,
at 3,628.
oh, are you looking for me right now?
Yeah, well, I can refresh the browser actually just to. Oh no,
20.
you're at 3,629. So you've actually gained one in the last like couple of minutes or so. So
Yeah, I know, man. And I was at 3,600 this morning.
so yeah, you gained 30 subs today
30
so
subs and
far.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's a crazy amount of growth. You know what I'm saying? And I love it, obviously. You know what I'm saying? As a YouTuber, you do those videos, and then you sleep at night, and then you wake up and you're like you check your subscribers, and you're like, oh man, am I gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Am I gonna have a few more or whatever? But it's like when it happens, sometimes you kind of get nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. Well, I don't get that because I don't have that growth, but we've spoken about this today, haven't we? So
Yeah, yeah, and it's
yeah,
it's 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 a
it's,
little unnerving sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be big and you want to be, quote unquote famous. But when it starts happening, it's kind of like something that you're not used to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, holy crap, you know? So
yeah. I imagine you would begin to feel like, oh right, I've got to start hammering out more content. It's got to be, it's got to be higher quality, and even though what you're doing right now is actually what getting you that growth in the first place, you you feel that pressure to do more and do better and do harder. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it's like it's like, I don't know. Okay, do you remember that feeling, like, when you're in the Navy and somebody says thank you for your service and all that stuff?
It's funny. No one ever said that to me until I came to America and met the mayor of Miami.
Okay, well, do you remember that point and you just really didn't know what to say?
Yeah, I was just like, what?
Right, that's what I'm kind of feeling right now. It's like, what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like it's like a lot of this is happening to me, and I just really don't know what to say. I'm just like, okay, you know?
Say thank you.
Yeah, of course, thank you, of course. I always say that, but and then of course if you talk to somebody else that's not a YouTuber, they're not gonna understand. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, 3,000, whatever. Oh, what is it, like Facebook friends or something? It's it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
Facebook friend. That's like you click add or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube is more involved, and you watch more and you spend more time on it. It's just a lot more intimate, I think, than Facebook will ever be, or Twitter or MySpace or any of that stuff. You know?
yeah. Just because of the absolute grind. I mean, it's hard enough to make videos, to think about what you're gonna do for a topic, and then how you actually your creative process. Because my creative process is quite a long like it's the sort of thing to go through, and that's why I changed my upload schedule from every other day to Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays to just Thursdays and Saturdays, just because the amount of work that I put into that one video, and then it's not just you know making the video and then uploading it. You've got to promote it, you've got to share it. You know what I mean. You've got to try and bring people to it, make sure it has the right tags.
Yeah.
You know, and it's coming back to monitor it to make sure that you're getting the viewership that you're hoping for.
I'd like to take a moment and just think about like all the YouTubers that try haven't succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Literally millions and millions and millions of people. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I kind of embody them. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like I think about that. You know what I'm saying? I think about all the friends that I've gained and then I've lost because they kind of stopped doing YouTube. And once they stop doing YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and you're a YouTuber, you kind of just don't talk anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that common ground anymore. Um, so you know what I'm saying? I've in the year that I've been on YouTube now, I've seen a lot of people come and go. You know what I'm saying? They were so enthusiastic. They started uploading. You know what I'm saying? They upload a couple times a week, and then they're like, okay, so they might have got like a little spike and be like, yes, I'm getting somewhere, and then all of a sudden it just kind of just comes screeching to a halt, and then
yeah,
they just kind of give up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And I can totally understand where they're coming from, because it's hard enough, because YouTube is a massive, massive, massive community, and getting those people to come and look at your stuff and stay for the whole video is a triumph in itself, really.
I know, and
I mean, I'm at 60 subs right now, and I'm very happy. I'm very grateful that I have 60 subscribers. But it took a lot just to get to where I am now, and I've not even been doing it that long, and it requires a lot of effort just to get there.
yeah, I feel you, man, and you know, and there's people from all different languages, countries, and you know, some people, you know, they might be in a bad predicament. You don't know where they're at, what they're going
Yeah,
through. You know what I'm saying? Like I started YouTube because you know I really desperately needed money for my son. You know what I'm saying? I was donating plasma twice a week, just to you know, I mean, I was still supporting him. Obviously, he wasn't going without, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, having to donate your own plasma twice a week, man, is not easy, dude. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's what I used to do, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it because for my son. You know what I'm saying? But it used to make me so dizzy, tired, uh, and I was a smoker on top of that. You know how that is. Um,
oh yeah, yeah,
so you know what I'm saying? You'd be, you know, coming out the freaking thing, you know, with the needle, and then you know they bandage you up or whatever. They give you your $50 and you know send you on your way or whatever. You know, you fire up that cigarette and you know what I'm saying? You're seeing stars and shit, and then I got to go right into work too. So
yeah,
you know, it kind of came from that, from me needing a little bit of extra income at the time. But you know what I'm saying? Now I've got, you know, some disability coming in. Obviously, I've got YouTube money coming in. So now the situation isn't as desperate, but I'm still continuing this as though I am in desperate need. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to not be thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if you're not thirsty and if you're not hungry enough, it's you know what I'm saying. I don't want to go the way of just okay. Well, I made my few bucks and now I don't need it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. You know, I built a whole community. Why would I do that?
yeah, exactly. And you just got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Hmm.
I've never really stopped, to be honest. I mean, even if you did, magically overnight became a YouTube sensation and had 100,000, to 300,000, where you could easily, make a living, and live quite comfortably from doing YouTube. You still have to keep pushing the boundaries and keep, you know,
Yeah, I mean, this is always
pushing and
something.
being ambitious.
This is always something you can use. You know what I'm saying? It's a talent. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or if I go to another job or something like that, you know, I can mention this, and you know, people are like, "Wow, you have all these viewers and stuff." You know what I'm saying? YouTube is not just there's so many things you can use off of this. You know what I'm saying? So
Communication, IT, um, yeah, just so many different things that involve marketing. So
interpersonal, yeah,
because you have it to sell yourself.
yeah, interpersonal skills. You know what I'm saying? Or if I want to go with a company, you know, I say, well, I have this big YouTube following. You know what I'm saying? And I can mention the company there. You know what I'm saying? Without, you know, obviously without being overbearing, but you know, I mean, I think there's a whole bunch of opportunities that you can still do. So yeah, I'll never just be like, oh well, I'm not gonna do this anymore, you know. And
Yeah.
and
You know,
I've grown to,
I started YouTube just because I was inspired by grade A under A, and I realized quite quickly that being creative helps me out mentally, if you know what I mean.
yeah,
Having that goal to focus on and just being able to do something, you know what I mean? I think it helps.
of course, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like if you're, even when you get in your deep dark places, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you think of, you know what I'm saying, your fans, you know what I'm saying? Even you have 60 of them, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna increase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped smoking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think of my fans every time I even think about a cigarette. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? I got 3,000 whatever people rooting for me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't even
Yeah,
know, I only know maybe a few handful personally, you know what I'm saying? I know they're rooting for me. I know I have a whole freaking squad of people that want to see me succeed. I think that's powerful.
yeah. People like me want to see you succeed, and Luke and um, Sioma, and yeah. There's a question here from Nicholas Hansen. What is his YouTube channel name? I assume he's talking about me. My channel name is called I Think Yora. It's actually right behind Magic's face there, if you can see.
Yeah, I actually moved it over a little bit. So that's his channel right there with the yellow and that ugly mug right there. So you can definitely go ahead. Please go ahead and subscribe, guys. We would love it. That's why he's up here tonight. But he's also a good friend. I was having a bit of a stressor last night and this morning because of all the attention I'm getting. Not, you know, not bad on you guys. Please keep commenting, keep viewing, and all that stuff. But it was just kind of like eating at me a little bit. And you know, he definitely talked with me for like half an hour to an hour to take some time out of his time. So that's why I wanted to invite him up here tonight with us. So
Yeah, man, anytime.
let's see here. So we have another question. ZMax 2, how's the vid cam on it, the video camera? I'm actually gonna do some videos with the ZMax Z2. I'm sorry, ZTE Grand X Max 2. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw my YouTube account on it, and I'm actually gonna film uh, I'm actually gonna film a video with the front camera, and then I'm gonna film a video with the back camera. Even though it's just a demo phone, um, you know what I'm saying? They still allow me to do that with it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot a quick video basically with it and upload it to YouTube. So just so you guys can actually see um, what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Because we actually have the live demos. So I'll just throw my. It's real easy. I just download Viva Video, which I use, and then I do two quick videos and throw it up on YouTube. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Can I just say a big thank you to Joseph Cowder there, who has subscribed to me. Thank you very much, brother. I do appreciate it. And I hope you would do actually enjoy my content as well.
Yeah, guys, please. You know what I'm saying? He's a good YouTuber. You know, I don't just bring anybody up here and say, "Hey, subscribe to this person." This is definitely a special, very special, you know, pointed shout out towards I think you're a I don't usually invite just anybody up here and be like, "Hey, subscribe to them." So, no, that definitely um but
And obviously, I appreciate that, but I would like to say as well, you know, don't subscribe to me if you don't like it. You know what I mean? Only subscribe to me and any other YouTuber because you actually like their content and you're going to come back and watch some more.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have a lot of dead subscribers just because of my content. You know what I'm saying, tech related. Some people they only like certain phones, so you know what I'm saying. I might be talking about an iPhone, I might be talking about a Samsung, you know, whatever. I might be talking about this and that. So it's not like every person's gonna watch every single video. I know that. Um, but
Yeah, yeah,
so and the same might happen with you. You know what I'm saying. Some people might love your I hate, you know, whatever, and then they might not really like something else you do, you know what I'm saying? But then a couple weeks down the line, they might, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So not everybody's
no,
gonna
yeah,
watch
I
every
get it.
video. That's
You,
just
you can't expect everyone to all log in to YouTube at the same time and all be watching your video at the same time and hammer it with likes and comments.
right. Yeah, and then you know people might miss the notification, they might lose their phone. I just a whole bunch of different things can happen. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we understand that
Yeah,
as YouTubers. And if you don't understand it as a YouTuber, then you really shouldn't be a YouTuber because you know what I'm saying. Like people have lives, you know what I'm saying, and people do things and things happen. So you know.
and you're gonna stress yourself out as well.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
That's why I keep saying to you, stop focusing so much on your stats, mate.
I know, man. I know. I just keep looking, and it's like, oh my god.
I know you've got amazing growth, but content first, brother.
Hmm.
You know.
I used to actually come out
You
with.
have a question there for the internet news channel, my friend.
Okay.
Does it have iOS on it?
Uh, doesn't have iOS on it. Well, it's actually not called image stabilization. So I think it's I don't think it's called iOS because iOS is on iPhones. Um,
I say, yeah, that's what's it, iPhone operating system, isn't it?
yeah. Image.
Yeah,
He means to say image stabilization on it. No, it does not have image stabilization on it. That's what the secondary cam. This phone that we're talking about, Angry Alex. It has two cameras on the back. It has a 13 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel camera on it. And so it doesn't have image stabilization on it, but it does have the two cameras and the secondary camera, which is a 2 megapixel, actually takes care of that. It actually focuses and gives it more light for the subject. So when it actually takes a picture, both cameras are actually firing at the same time, but you only actually really see one picture. So
well, that's good.
yeah, definitely.
So you're guaranteed the best quality picture from having
Yeah,
two cameras.
right. And obviously, you know, you probably want to take a bunch of pictures. You know, you don't want to just take one picture. You know, when you're shooting with the camera or whatever, they have different
Mm,
it's actually a lot of settings on that phone on the back, the rear camera or the two dual rear cameras. They have
yeah,
they have this thing called a bokeh effect, where it actually gives like a depth perception. So instead of you know the picture kind of just looking flat 2D thing, it actually gives it like a 3D kind of image. Not like 3D like popping in your face, you know what I'm saying? But it does have like a slight kind of that bokeh effect. It's called
yeah,
pretty dope.
yeah. No, that is cool.
So, guys, please give us some more feedback, live comments, because um, I think your A is definitely up here late at night for us. So, what time is it now
Yeah,
for
man.
you, man?
It is 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, man. So he's definitely a trooper for staying with us and being with us here.
Yeah, I thought I'd definitely give it a try. Come on the stream, you know, have a chat.
I mean, it's definitely an active stream. So I do hope you at least get, you know, well, you at least got one person definitely sub to you. So I at least hope, you know what I'm saying, this will jumpstart you a little bit, get you into the 100 range. Once you hit the 100 range, you know what I'm saying, then it's like it kind of builds up from there. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to hit your milestones, man, and you definitely deserve to hit your
Oh
milestones.
yeah,
So
yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do.
and
Um,
those milestones are really important, man. I know they take a while. You know what I'm saying? You're just like looking. You're like, man, when am I gonna hit my 100, bro? You know what I'm saying? But once you hit your 100, you're like, okay, you can kind of like, you know, you relax a little bit. You're like, ah, yeah, I got 100 people now. You know what I'm saying? and it just it kind of it snowballs. You know what I'm saying? Kind of snowballs. So once you get 100, 200, 500, then you hit 1,000, and then it just kind of like it really literally snowballs into something bigger. So
I think, I don't know. I mean, at the rate you're growing at the minute, I think you could hit the 5,000 mark maybe the end of next week.
huh? What?
You
Four
know, your
thousand?
subscribers.
4,000, right? 4,000?
Oh no, 5,000. The way you're growing.
No, bro. I'm at
Well,
3,600.
you're actually what? What is it? 3,630.
Yes. Hmm.
I think if you keep going at the rate that you're going now and the way you've been going, I think that you might hit 5,000 by the end of next week.
Wow, dude, don't scare me like that.
I think it could happen. I think. And Joseph Cowler's just said to me, I think you know how 64 sub good luck. Am I at 64 subs now? Am I?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. And obviously, thank you to John for hosting me this evening. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. I hope you only sub because you actually like my content. I wouldn't want you to be dead in the water, kind of, you know what I mean? So,
Dead in the water, huh?
you know what I mean? Don't give me words out properly sometimes. I hope there's just subscribing to me because they actually like my stuff rather than just doing it for a favour, if you know what I mean.
Oh no, man, no, no, no. I know. I mean, you gotta give them. You gotta give them a chance to. You gotta give them a chance to, actually view the content too, because they're with me right now. So, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that is true. That is true.
So after
They
after.
could always pause the live stream and then watch, and then come back.
Oh yeah, huh? Right. No, they stay here and then they leave and then they watch you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Joseph Calder has said, he's corrected himself and said, "LOL, my spelling." Don't worry about it, man. I have atrocious grammar and spelling, so that's one of the reasons why I don't comment on a lot of videos because I know grammar Nazis will get me.
Oh, man, come on, man. Well, you know how we used to have to write in the decalogues and stuff like that, like all capital letters. I don't know if you did or not.
So that again.
The decalogues, like the when when you're on the ship
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
like.
yeah.
So
They're called watch logs.
yeah, watch logs, yeah, and you know what I'm saying. It never used to really be proper. It just used to be, you know what I'm saying. And with the big capital lettering. Did you do that too?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, I did that for 12 years, so my my writing is like big capital letters or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. It kind of changes you, man, you know what I'm saying? Because you go to school and you learn a certain way, and then all of a sudden the Navy's like, no, you got to do it this way.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Once you join like the armed forces, there are things that you're taught and taught how to do that they never ever leave you again.
I know, I know. Like the way, oh my God, the way I eat, man, is atrocious. I eat like so fast. Hold on, let me
Yeah,
open the door. Let me open the door for my wife. Or actually, I think she's in here now. Give me 1 second.
like, to Tony B, who is just joined the live stream. We are still live. We are still live. If you have any questions for myself or John, please put them in the chat. Discussing phones, comedy, the US and Royal Navy, amongst some subjects.
Yeah, Tony B. Tony B. Definitely check out. I think you're a. Hey, Angry Alex. I'm gonna have to let you go. Actually, Little John's here, and I'm gonna have to tend to him and everything. So, um,
Right, okay, mate.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to cut this out or cut this now. So we've been up here for a good minute, anyways. All right, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I
Been up
hope.
for an hour and 5 minutes.
Ah.
We've been up for what, an hour and 5 minutes?
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. So I hope you. I hope you guys definitely enjoy the live stream and having, I think, your A up here, and definitely check him out, guys. And actually, what I want you to do is actually do the your thing when you your outro. Actually, that's what I want you to do.
If you want me to do my outro,
Yes, so I can have it on one of my videos.
okay. Stay safe, stay sunny, and thank you for watching Magic Tech Review and I Think You're